worth a look, that. Oh, well, hello. Well, here we are, July, and summer has finally arrived. Oh, it is hot though, isn't it? It's too hot to think, and I have got a lot of thinking to do. The rules have relaxed now with COVID, despite the number of cases rising. Oh, the local schools were hit just before they broke up. Siblings, see, passing it from the seniors to the juniors. Well, at least nobody was too poorly, and my sister's sanity was saved by not having to isolate indoors with the twins for 10 days. Now, I suppose with so many more people being vaccinated, it's just something we've got to learn to live with. Mind you, I will not be abandoning this anytime soon. Do you know, me and Dave went to the pub the other night, right? Sitting outside, when all of a sudden a group of about 30, 18 to 20-year-olds came and sat right next to us. And they were laughing and shouting with no consideration for anybody else sitting around them. And the language was appalling, even though there were children around. Well, I could see that Dave was getting rather annoyed, so I suggested that we moved, just in case he decided to say something to them. He watched them very closely for the rest of the time we were there, though, and now I think I know why. I mean, I couldn't help looking at them and thinking, as lovely as this is to have a bit of normality, I bet none of them have had the vaccine yet. Talking of these new rules, do you understand them? I mean, one minute I think I do, and then I'm not so sure. One thing that I am sure about is that I'm not going to rush abroad for a holiday or for work. As a matter of fact, I've handed in my notice, and I finish with the travel company at the end of the month. My mother is furious. Well, she's not going to get her discount now, see? Oh. No. This pandemic has made me think about my life and if I have a bit more to offer. So I'm going to take August to think about it. Me and Dave might go away somewhere locally, like for a few days. He won't have much time, see, because his son is on summer holidays, so most of his spare time will be spent with him, which I totally get. I think it involves many theme parks. I still haven't met his family yet, but I understand why. My mother can't understand why she hasn't met him, though, but I've told her we're not in any rush for that. Well, was I in trouble the other night? Dave and I went to meet my friends, and all we did was sit on their patio eating pizza and having a few drinks, which was lovely, but oh boy. My mother had found out that I was meeting Dave that night, and so she'd sneaked around to my house in the hope of catching us, but we weren't there. No, we're taking it slow. There's plenty of time, and I do not need my mother interfering or giving him the third degree. Honestly, the Spanish Inquisition has nothing on her. So I have found out something about what Dave does. He does work in the police force, and it looks like it's something to do with drugs control. Well, that's why he was watching those youths so closely the other night. It is a subject that I have strong feelings about, mind. I watched drugs ruin the life of a friend of mine from school. Well, this in turn made me think about maybe this is where my future career could lie. You know, thinking about children and the problems they face these days. Well, I saw a course online about safeguarding children, recognising the signs of abuse, that sort of thing, and giving you the tools to help you help them. So, it's something worth thinking about. Oh, my nieces were telling me about a girl in their class who just doesn't get involved with anything, and even though they ask her to play, sits on her own at the playground. My heart goes out to her. Then my sister told me apparently social services were involved because the teacher spotted some bruising. Turns out the young girl's mother is an alcoholic and was abusing her. I could have cried. So, if I could help just one child, I'd be happy. I mean, I wouldn't want to be a social worker. No, I'd like to educate children to know that there are places and people they can go to out there if they are suffering from bullying or harm in any way, abuse, mental health, and to teach them about things like drugs, weapons, gangs, you know? My gosh, is this the fun-loving, holiday-making Josie speaking? Must be getting soft the older I get. Anyway, a lot to think about. Cheers! In moderation, obviously.